Oh, good evening. It is 8:45 here on a fall November 28th. Few more days of November left. And if December is anything like November, it's going to be a cold month. So, the bright side is spring is in about 4 months from now. So, I'm looking forward to that. My friends, I am in need of your assistance. Somebody has to know somebody that can practice law in the state of Pennsylvania. Doesn't have to live there, just has to practice law and have a heart. Because we are going to end this so the healing can begin, so lives can be restored. My friends, I've been fighting all my life for life. Coming in at just over 3 pounds, my twin sister and I were not expected to survive. I was the one that received this cerebral palsy. Why, I'm not sure. I don't question why. What would that do? I've been a fighter all my life for it. This is not far-fetched to believe that I was always picked last for a team growing up. Why? Because of my disability. No one wanted me on their team. Not because they disliked me, but they wanted to win. And I was not the greatest at sports. Now, if you want to go bowling, I'll school you. That's my game. However, I never quit. Back in the day, I grew up pretty well. In the last 10 years or so, not so well. Because of life happenings. Well, my friends, things are going to change. They must. I have an 11-year-old son out there that was taken from his home without my permission by his mother to go on vacation to Pennsylvania. And to this date, she's never lived here since. I know my son's address. I know my son's home. I know when my son goes to church and possibly to school. I'm resilient in my quest to reunite my son with his family, with his father, with his sister, with his friends. I moved back to PA in 2004. 3 weeks after I got there, my wife and her dad, my father-in-law, drove me to a law office that belonged to her uncle's brother. So it was me, my ex-wife, my ex-father-in-law, and this gentleman that was a distant family member. And they coerced me into signing a divorce on PA ground without an attorney present and under duress. Well, I'm taking back what was taken from me. See, not only was my son removed from my house, but lives upheavaled here, just destroyed financially and emotionally. And enough's enough. I'm reclaiming what was lost. PA, you did not have permission to claim my child as one of yours. Liz, you did not have my permission to take my child out of state and to hide my child. You see, ladies and gentlemen, when you're married, you do not put court orders on your spouse because you never think that they might take your child and not return. Luke was 2, by the way, when he was taken from his home. So, my friends, there's a lot of change in the air, and there's a lot of bullshit going on in Washington. And some of the contenders that want to be president should be ashamed of what they're saying about the citizens that are standing up for their rights. I'm standing up for my rights. I'm standing up for the rights of my son. You see, ladies and gentlemen, when I say my pain is doable, it means I can function throughout the day without a lot of pain. Think about this for a moment. Take your life, all of it, and think about being able to use only one hand for that entire time. And when you stand at an angle. Your body's off. My body is way off. So when my pain level is low, I function well. Very well. When my pain level is high, hi Shadow. When my pain level is high, I don't function well. My friends, I'm about 120 pounds wet. And I do not give up. I've had a gun held to my head before. I had my face hit with a coffee cup before. Come on. I've been beat up. I've been locked up for DUIs. I put a car through a brick wall. And I keep going. See, that's why I don't give up on my children. My children are part of me. I don't give up on me. And my mother doesn't give up on me. And my friends and family. If you do, that's on you. But the ones who care and the ones who support, they're here. See, I hope to have another 40 years in me, another 50 years in me. But I'm not going to be able to do it the way I'm going. So things have got to change. Things have got to get better. I do need a vehicle. It's not a want. It's a need. My friends, I've been walking for 4 years out there. It gets cold during the winter. It gets icy during the winter. It gets wet in the fall. My God, I live in Seattle. Well, Seattle, 35 miles to the north. But my friends, I'm not a quitter. So things are going to change here in PA and around the world. People are fed up. I'm fed up. Good night, my friends. Catch you tomorrow. Luke, last time we spoke, I gave you my word. I was going to fix this. And son, I'm going to do just that. I love you. Love you, Jordan. Wherever you may be. Peace.